G'day guys, it is Sam here from the Menza channel, and today we're going to get stuck into my 2023 AFL Grand Final predictions. We got the Brisbane Bears scarf on, we got the Collingwood Magpies scarf on. It is going to be a massive week of content. Super pumped just to get stuck into this week. We got the Brownlow Footy Fest, so much on offer for content this week, and I'm just ecstatic to live in Melbourne because, Melbourne just is the best city in the world, home of football. So, but, we'll just move on from that and let's just get straight into my 2023 AFL Grand Final predictions. Collingwood versus Brisbane. Collingwood coming off, I wouldn't say it's too convincing of a win. Coming off just a 1 point win against the GWS Giants. We know Giants have been a strong side this year, but I did think Collingwood were going to do a bit more in that game. Of course, they were, the Collingwood were really good at the start. GWS were a bit starstruck at the start, but then all of a sudden, the Orange Tsunami hit the MCG and the Giants were on top for the majority of the game, but Collingwood were just the better team in the end, just be able to lock down the ball for 4 minutes. It was bloody unbelievable to watch. In a house full of Collingwood fans, that was pretty crazy to be a part of. And then the Giants unfortunately falling short. But what a year they've had, the Giants. I mean, I picked them to finish last, and they've made it to the prelims, out of the grand final by 1 point. They've done super well. So a bit of an applaud there for the Giants. They've done really well, and that's a lot to Kingsley as well. But on the other hand, we have Brisbane. Brisbane coming off an extremely convincing win against the Blues. Of course, the Blues had like a 30-point lead in the first quarter. And Lions, they just wrangled it back. Had the home crowd advantage, home ground advantage. But I think this year, honestly, it's the home crowd advantage. If you have the crowd on your side, it's just a bloody game changer this year. Especially, with teams like Collingwood and Brisbane. The crowd really lifted Brisbane. The country roads were massive. And the Blues, again, another great year. First, I tipped them out of the 8. Halfway through the year, I thought, oh, what a great get that was. But then they just came out of nowhere. Made it to the prelims. So, Blues have also done very well this year. It's probably another little clap for the Blues. I'm not a big fan of the Blues. But, you got to respect their work effort there. They've been amazing this year. On to the grand final. First and second. The teams, I'd say, are pretty even, but Brisbane are really struggling to win games at the MCG. Of course, the Hawks beat them. One of the best days of my life when the Hawks beat Brisbane. It's tough because Collingwood have been a bit inconsistent in this second half of the year. Brisbane's been extremely consistent. But, it's just not the Gabba. That's the thing. The MCG is not the Gabba. It will never be the Gabba. So, for my 2023 Grand Final prediction, I'm going to go with Collingwood to win it by 8 points. Going down right to the last quarter, I think it's going to be extremely even throughout the game, extremely even. I think they're going to pretty heavily tag Lachie Neale, so I'll go with Collingwood to win it by 8 points. Bit tough. Could really go the other way. I'm not too sure with this one. The collywobbles could come at any moment of time at this game, but I'm picking Collingwood to win the grand final. And my big call for the game is for Nick Daicos to get under 10 disposals for the match. He's not coming into the grand final in great form, of course, coming back from that major injury that took him out of the game for 2 months. And he didn't have an amazing game. In the prelim against the Giants. So we'll go with Nick Daicos to get under 10 disposals in the match. He's also probably going to get pretty heavily tagged. We'll have to see what happens, but that's my big call for the game. My other big call for the game, big call number 2, is Collingwood's banner rips before the game. 2018 had happened. I just think it's going to happen again. The Collingwood banner making staff, they're just going to be under the pump this weekend. They're going to be stressed out. They're not going to worry about how strong the banner is. And as soon as they rock up to the MCG on the day, it's just going to be ripped and they're just going to have to sit there and deal with it. I've got the distinct memories in my mind of 2018 when the Collingwood banner ripped and everyone was crying. Pretty funny, but probably not funny for the cheer squad there. My Norm Smith medal I'm gonna go with Jordan De Goey. Jordan De Goey to win the Norm Smith. That's a pretty massive call. But this year he's definitely been Collingwood's best player. Oh, it's been Daicos. No, it's been Jordan De Goey. Jordan De Goey has an immense impact. Daicos just doesn't have that impact. Daicos gets all the disposals, but he just does not have an impact. So Jordan De Goey to win the Norm Smith medal. I could have gone with Lockie Neal, but again, I think he's going to get pretty heavily tagged. But yeah, that is my 2023 AFL Grand Final predictions. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Go the Lions, go the Pies. I'm a neutral, I don't really care. But we will see you all in the next video. Massive week of content coming up. And remember, we are streaming the Brownlow, so everyone get excited for that. I was about to say go the Hawks, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go Lions and Collingwood.